It's a villain, man. I got something special for y'all today. Real special, man. And I already know, man. I already know that some people aren't gonna agree with this. Some people might get in their feelings, but listen, if you get in y'all feelings, that means some of the stuff applies to you. You just gotta thug it out, bruh.
I'm
That
fucking
ain't on me.
crying, man. He's
Let's get
not
right into it, though.
dying.
Hey, y'all seen the title, man. I'm coming at y'all with the top
Holy
3 reasons
fuck,
why
man.
people aren't enjoying this game.
Why
This
is
could
he
be
not
you.
dead
This could be
yet?
your boys. You know what I'm saying? This could just be random streamers that are complaining about
Oh
some.
my
You know what I'm saying?
god,
But
you
I'm gonna get into
big
the
piece of
real top
shit.
3 reasons that
You
ain't
open your
nobody
mouth, you
talking
open your
about.
mouth, you
Everybody
open your
trying to
mouth.
cover it up
Oh
and
my
sugarcoat things, but
god,
these are the top three
finally.
real reasons, man. Let's get right into it.
What?
The number one reason is just that y'all are below average, man.
What
There's
the
no
fuck
other way to put it.
happened? Oh, we did
You
it.
can't
Okay.
keep up with the average
I was
players, the
about to
average play
fucking
styles,
crash out.
and you're
I
just
was
not
about to
you're not having
crash
fun because you're
out,
getting
bro,
no
if we
kills because
died
you're not
again.
good. You're simply just not good enough to keep up with everybody else, even though that there are some serious bots on this game,
I'm in the water.
which you might be one of. You can't
Bro, I
keep
can't
up.
climb the
You're
ladder
not having
either.
fun. You're not getting kills. So you don't like the game, man. That's the main reason I see it right there. So many people are complaining that aren't good. Like, obviously, you're not gonna like a game that you're not good at,
Out
man.
here.
It's simple. It's simple math. Why would you play something that you don't enjoy? And the main reason you don't enjoy it is because you're trash. That's it, man. Like you're
Red
below
spot, red
average.
spot.
You can't compete. You don't like the game. Next reason. The second reason, and man, I see this way too much, man. Is people are just trying to copy everybody else, bro. Like it's getting insane, bro. There's too many people claiming to be the number one player, number one movement god,
Do anything.
number one this,
Go
number
around,
one
yeah.
that. They're copying everybody else's playstyle instead of trying to just be themselves and play the game. So they're trying to do all this movement
Left
that they
towards
know they
sky.
can't do, but just because they see it on TikTok, YouTube,
What do you have? What do you
Instagram
have
shorts,
here?
they see it all the time. So they're like, oh, this must be how you play the
No?
game. They
Okay,
can't
come.
do it. They can't keep up. They can't press their slide button well enough, so they can't get their
Oh, bro,
kills
I'm a
sliding left
fucking
and right.
god.
They get beaten by
Never.
someone like me who's just standing there on a head glitch, and then they complain. Like if you just had your own playstyle and you were trying to get kills by yourself instead of worrying about what everybody else is doing, you might have more fun with the game, man. But instead, you're
Okay,
trying to be
okay,
a
he's almost gone,
follower.
he's almost gone.
Like
No, he
I just don't
crashed me,
understand
fuck.
this. Why are you trying to play like everybody else? Be yourself, bro. Play the game how
Holy
you
shit,
want to play
chicken!
the game. Actually, play the game
He's
how you
so
can
oh
play
my
the game.
god.
Because the way you want to play it is copying everybody else, and you're getting no kills. You're not having any fun. Because you're not the person that
Why
you're
am I
watching and
dying
trying
so
to
fast?
copy. Let's go on to the last reason, bro.
Holy fuck, I'm 10 health.
The third reason is that people are just believing everything
Trying, bro.
around them. So they're believing that this thing called skill based damage is a real reason, when in reality,
Yo,
you're
drop
using a
flag? Yeah, good.
compact, which is arguably the worst submachine gun in the game for long range, and
Yeah,
you're
it's
trying to
up.
shoot it all the way across the map while
Yeah, you're
people
gonna
are
have to
stim
die.
shotting,
I'm not gonna lie.
and then you clip that, post a video on TikTok, and then say skill based damage. First of all, you're using a submachine gun. It's not meant to go all the way across the map. And secondly, most of these videos that I see when they're shooting them, the other person is stim shotting. You know you can spawn in with 3 stim shots, right? So if you're shooting, let's say for example, you're shooting at me even in the middle of the map of a compact, and I'm stim shotting 3 times,
Oh,
you're
fuck.
going to get a lot of hit
Yeah,
markers,
yeah.
especially because the people that are clipping these do not have the best aim in the world. You're not hitting your shots,
Yeah,
you're
that
not
is barely
consistent
doing
enough with your
damage.
shots,
I just
and
don't
on
wanna
top of that, the
die with
person
this
is
bullshit when
healing
he's like
and you're not
almost
doing that
2
much
health.
damage because they're super far away from you. Your
Like
damage
that.
range is not that high, especially with a compact, especially with any submachine gun that's all the way across the map.
There's only
Even a
fighters around
Tanto.
here.
A Tanto's gonna kill you like 5 shots, maybe if you're like on the right side of Nuketown. But if you're
Yeah,
stimming
ground base.
and they're still shooting at you and missing, of course you're gonna get all these hit markers and you're gonna say skill based damage, but you're missing, they're healing,
Bullshit, bro.
you're not
I'm
consistent
not gonna
enough.
do enough
It's
damage.
on
I don't
you,
have enough
bro. There's
ammo
no
to
such thing as
fucking
skill
take him in
based
the
damage.
back.
And on top of that, people are trying to blame skill based matchmaking
Just gotta risk
for
it.
every single game that they're doing bad in. First of all, you're not consistent. Skill based matchmaking might be there, but you're just not consistent enough to keep up. There's going to be better players than you in almost every lobby. And if there's not and you get a bot
Oh,
lobby,
he killed
cool.
him.
But there are good players still on the game that you're going to play against. It is not skill based matchmaking. There are millions of people playing the game. You're bound to get slammed, and you can't just blame something like skill-based matchmaking when it happens. I have never, and I mean I have never ever had a problem with skill-based matchmaking. Even in the games where they say skill-based matchmaking has been turned up, and even in the games where they said there's been movement-based matchmaking, I have never been put in these crazy sweaty lobbies because that's all I play against anyway, and I'm always at the top of the leaderboard anyway, even while camo grinding. So skill-based matchmaking to me is not a thing. It's just not. Especially when I'm seeing firsthand the lobbies that some of these people are complaining about are skill-based matchmaking. I'm seeing it firsthand, and these players are not good. They're just not. The problem is you're on the same level as them, and you're not good either. They just happen to be a tiny bit better than you, so you're getting destroyed. Like, that's it. There's even more excuses on top of skill-based damage and skill-based matchmaking, but I can't even get into it because the list just goes on and on and on. Everybody is just finding any other reason than to just say, wow, these people are better than me. I just got beat. Let me move on to the next lobby, the next game, and hope that I can do better. Nah, they just want to go, skill-based matchmaking is overpowered. Skill-based damage is a real thing. My experience is being manipulated. I don't know what to do. Blah, 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 blah. Get better, man. Just get better. Stop letting everything around you influence your thoughts on the game, bro. I promise you, if there was no TikTok, no Instagram, no Twitter, none of that stuff, where people are posting and just feeding all this weird negative stuff into the Call of Duty players, nobody would be screaming skill-based damage and skill-based matchmaking. Everybody would just be playing the game, and when they get beat, they get beat. Like, it's as simple as that. And I already know it's these YouTubers and all these people on social media spreading this like fake news, because back in the day, man, when you were prestige master and you were good at the game, that was it. It was as simple as that. You're prestige master, you're better than most of the people that are in your lobby, and it's just that, man. You're just better. Nobody was sitting there telling you to take a shower, get off the game, or get a life. It was just, he's prestige master. I'm either gonna send him a friend request or I'm gonna leave the lobby because this guy is way more experienced than me and he's way better. So I'm just gonna bounce. For some reason, you guys do not believe in skill gaps. Like, there is a large skill gap between you and me. You are some random person that is playing Call of Duty. I am somebody who has been ranked #1 across multiple Call of Duties and will probably again be ranked in the top 50 in this Call of Duty. And you're trying to compete with people like me and trying to tell people like me that there's skill-based damage, skill-based matchmaking is a problem, when people like me are the ones that have been around for every single Call of Duty and know that when you really sit there and pay attention, it's all the same when you have that skill gap. When you are just better than 99% of people, you notice this, you pick up on this, and you're starting to see all the excuses that all these bots are making. And I know there's pros that are complaining about the game, but if you pay attention, they're complaining about things that actually make sense, like not being able to load into multiplayer and only being able to play Warzone and zombies, which happened to me last night. They're complaining about putting a sight on your gun and the sight isn't on your gun, or it's a completely different sight. They're complaining about putting an attachment on your gun, you load into the game, there's no attachment. They're not complaining about people that are killing them, because they, first of all, they know that they're pros, and secondly, they know the skill gap is there. They know that the people that are killing them are only going to kill them 3 to 4 times a game, and they're still going to get their 70, 80, 90, 100 plus kill games, and it's not going to matter because they are better than 99% of people. So, like, y'all just need to wake up, man. Y'all need to stop complaining about things that make no sense and stop complaining about things that are only happening to you, because they're not only happening to you. They're happening to all the other trash players that are in the same category as you. So, listen, man, you can take offense to this video if you want. You can say I'm wrong. You can argue about it. You can talk about this all day. But the fact is that you're below average. You can't compete. You're complaining about everything else just because you see people complaining about it on social media, and you think that's just the way to go. You got to be yourself. You got to get better. You got to lock in. It's been your boy, the villain, and I'll catch y'all next video. Peace!